Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode corporate filings so you don't have to. Today, we're diving into Oceaneering International's latest amended 10K filing. This one's a bit like finding out you miscounted the number of jelly beans in a jar and having to tell everyone. Turns out, there was a slight error in the number of shares outstanding. Let's see what this jelly bean recount is all about. So this isn't their original annual report, it's an amendment, a correction. They initially filed their annual report like everyone else, but they found a small mistake and had to update it. It is like publishing a book and realizing that there is a typo on the first page. The reason for the update? The number of shares of common stock they said were out there on February 14th of 2025 was not quite right. Now, this may seem like a small thing, but even a slight miscalculation about outstanding shares can throw off how investors view the company. It is important to keep track of every share. It is like keeping track of every dollar in your bank account. To make it official, the CEO and CFO had to sign off on the changes. They are putting their reputations on the line. It is like them saying, "We swear we are being honest with this number." Let's move to the exhibits section. This part lists all the important documents that are part of this filing. Think of it as the appendix of a book, but instead of extra info, it's contracts, agreements, and legal stuff. Here, we see a list of the company's core documents, like the restated certificate of incorporation and amended bylaws. These documents are the official rules and structure of the company. It is like the constitution and rulebook of Oceaneering. There's also a description of their common stock, which spells out the rights and features of owning a piece of the company. Understanding this document can help shareholders see the real details. We also see the indenture or the agreement for their debt, like the 6% senior notes due in 2028. This is crucial because it tells us how the company is financed. For example, how much debt they have and how they are structured to repay it. The exhibit index also contains different agreements, such as the change of control agreements. Change of control agreements are put in place to protect key people if the company is sold or undergoes a major change. It's basically a prenuptial agreement for executives. Here's the 2020 incentive plan. This plan outlines how employees get rewarded with stock and other incentives. It is a roadmap to see if the company gives its employees a good reason to work hard. Next up is the insider trading policy. This is where the company says, hey, don't use secret info to make money, that's illegal. It is their way of ensuring fair play in trading. This section provides a list of all the smaller companies that Oceaneering owns and controls. These subsidiaries are like branches of the main tree, each doing its own thing but all part of the same organization. We see certifications from the CEO and CFO. By signing these, they are personally guaranteeing that the information is accurate. This part lays out the policy for clawing back pay if someone gets rewarded based on faulty numbers. It's like saying, if we gave you a bonus by mistake, we're coming for it. On the cover page, we see the aggregate market value of the voting stock held by non-affiliates, which was around $2.4 billion as of June of 2024. The market value is a snapshot of what investors think the company is worth based on its stock price. Finally, the corrected number of common shares outstanding as of February 14th of 2025. This is what this whole amendment was about, making sure this number is correct. 100,660,997 shares. So what's the big picture here? Oceaneering had a small misstep in their share count, but they're fixing it transparently. And even if this wasn't the main detail, it tells us a lot about how seriously companies take reporting. Oceaneering is a company that specializes in engineered services and products, mainly for the offshore energy industry. They're known for their expertise in subsea robotics, and they are in a competitive market with players like Technip FMC and Subsea 7. Given where the company is right now, there are a few things that stand out. Oceaneering is trying to make sure all their numbers are right. Their management team is ensuring they are being transparent with investors. One thing to keep an eye on is how they deal with changes in the energy industry, especially the move toward renewable energy. They might need to adapt their skills and technology to stay competitive as the demand for offshore oil and gas changes. In conclusion, Oceaneering seems to be on solid ground and doing the necessary things to stay competitive in their industry. The company is making sure that it is being fully transparent with their reports, and I commend this. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and share it with your friends. Until next time,